Hi everyone, welcome back to the Holistic 360 Degree podcast episode with Dr. Prasad. I'm your host, Dr. Aman Kapoor, and I welcome you all to this new episode. In the previous episode, we had discussed about obesity, right? We discussed about obesity and what is the role of various factors around you in making you obese, and how does obesity affect your body overall. So we had talked about obesity, the science behind it, what is the scientific thing to understand about weight gain and weight loss. Today, we are going to talk about the next part of the episode where we'll be sharing the tips of how you can lose your weight in a scientific manner, in a healthy manner, and what are the tips and tricks of weight loss. So, joining me again is the expert cardiologist, preventive cardiologist, and the founder of Madhaba JP Nagar branch and a leading uh, holistic health expert, Dr. Prasad Deshpande. Dr. Prasad, welcome back to this episode, and thank you for the previous episode. We had a wonderful discussions in the previous episode where we had talked about. I know you had shared about your tips and quite a beautiful tips that you had shared with us earlier. So, Dr. Prasad, welcome back. Now, in today's episode,
Thank you. Thank you, Aman. Thank you very much.
I continuing on our discussion, Dr. Prasad, uh, we had talked about previously the holistic approach to health, and the various aspects about health, especially the weight gain, right? So you talked about stress, you talked about mental health, you talked about diet, you talked about everything which respect to weight gain. Now coming to the tips of weight loss. Now before we go into the deep tips, first thing I want to ask Dr. Prasad, what is the right way of weight loss? Now there are a lot of crash diets available in the market. There are a lot of people think that if I don't eat for a few days, then I will lose weight and I will lose weight fast. And some people are under the tips, get the tips, get lose 10 kg in 1 month, lose 20 kgs in 2 months, or tips and videos like that that are seen floating around. So first question to you is, when you talk about weight loss, right? Weight gain is very easy, weight loss is difficult, but what is the healthy way of weight loss? What is the healthy speed of weight loss? What is most recommended according to the medical science?
Okay, first of all, thank you very much, all the viewers that they have given a lot of good response for the first two episodes. Here we are talking about weight loss. Yes, definitely, weight loss is possible when we are on this task, when we decide to do it, and definitely it is possible. So now, as per the question, what exactly the right way to do it? See, there are so many different methods people are using, and I don't know right or wrong, but more importantly, I always believe that when I treat my patients, it is we need to respect our body, we need to respect our metabolism. That is more important. And with respecting our metabolism, we have to reduce the weight, and it has its own method uh, to approach and reduce the weight. Okay, so now what are that scientific way to do that? See, it is all about the calorie gain, right? We need to understand that. And more importantly, if we start working on the calorie, rather working, we need to understand what calorie, how much calorie I am taking inside and how much calories I am burning. So, if this calculation we are able to balance, then definitely managing the weight or reducing the weight becomes very easy, very simple. Many a times what happens, people depend on x person, then it may be a dietitian, then it may be a any health coach, or then it may be any gym trainer, or they depend on someone. Definitely we need to take help because they are experts. So to need to work on my body, to need to reduce the weight, I need to take that charge and I have to initiate that task. Then this expert will help us. Okay, in the same way, when I was talking about it's a calorie game, so we need to understand what exactly the intake in a day, how much I should take, and how much I am burning. Okay, it should not be 100% depending on any expert or a medication. Even there are few people who always believe that few tablets, few powders, or a few other things will reduce the weight. Okay, maybe they are helping you to reduce the weight, but when it comes to actual weight loss, and it's a if it is 1 or 2 kg, then maybe few medications, few things will help you out. But more importantly, when it is big margin we need to cover, big number we need to cover, 3 kg, 4 kg, 8 kg, 10 kg. When we have to reduce this much of weight, then definitely we should take it as a task. And then only we have to approach this as a mission, right? So if you are really want to reduce the weight, then we need to uh, calculate, as I said, we need to calculate the intake calorie, right? Then it should be usually Indian adult is taking approximately 2000 to 3000 calories per day. Okay, so it is an average Indian adult who is taking this much of diet, average diet every
Hmm.
day. Okay,
Right.
so if you are able to reduce this diet, if you create the deficit of
Hmm.
around 1500 calories or 2000 calories per day, so you need to take approximately around 1000 calories a day,
Hmm.
right? So if you are taking 1000 calories, then definitely you are creating that deficit of 1000 to 1500 calories. So
Hmm.
in a week approximately minimum 7000 to 9000 to 10,000 calories deficit you are creating in a week. So it will be approximately around 1 to 1.5 kg weight loss in a week. So getting my point, basically if we are able to reduce our intake and start utilizing whatever the stored fat, okay, in terms of energy, and we start burning it, so this is how we need to work out and create the deficit and utilize the stored uh, fat, so then we can reduce the weight. So this is the basic understanding to reduce, an ideal way to do it. So approximately if you are reducing around 1 kg to 1.5 kg in a week, means in a month approximately 3 to 5 kg weight loss is expected. And if you are able to do it, okay, so then this is a right way to do it, rather going 10 kg in 10 days or 20 kg in 1 month. This is all haphazardic way. Sometimes it will again
Rebound.
boomerang us and create some problems.
Hmm.
This is a systematic way where your energy levels are high, you are not become weak, or
Hmm.
usually what happens when we talk about weight loss,
Hmm.
directly people come to only on diet. And we will definitely discuss the definition of diet today's manner, because uh, people are understanding diet means it's completely
Hmm.
eating less, or
Right.
they are always take it in terms of quantity. It's not a,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
I would like to tell everybody that is not only quantity, it is more of a quality food. Okay,
Right.
keeping yourself fasting, or keeping yourself completely keeping yourself hungry, that exactly not means diet. So diet is a calculated food which you have to take in a regular intervals of the day, and end of the day you should know that, hey, how much calories I have taken, and we need to calculate what how much calories I have used today in terms of energy. So whatever the physical activities I have done, then it may be actual actively done exercises or any exertional work in my day to day life. So whatever it may be, so we need to calculate. And if this calculation this calculation comes to a neutralized way, a balanced way, then yeah, we need to take this type of diet ahead. And accordingly, I will definitely tell what exactly we have to take, how we have to deal with it, and how to calculate all these things. All we will discuss. But more importantly, rather running behind to reduce the weight within a short time. So we need to apply a systematic way, a scientific way, a proven way, which will help your body to reduce the weight as well as keeping it more active.
Fantastic. So, around 3 to 5 kgs per month, and not just fasting, not just staying hungry. It is not about staying hungry. It's not about only food. It's about a holistic approach that we have to take with respect to losing weight. So, friends, weight loss is all about a holistic approach. Now, Dr. Prasad, last time we talked about the three concepts, the four concepts. One is with ahar, vihar, vichar, and then you talked about tanav. These four things that you have talked about. Now, if I look at ahar, ahar would mean diet, right? So, tell me about the core concepts of diet. You said that diet is not about only staying hungry, the diet is not about only not eating food, it is also about multiple things. It's about the right kind of food, etc., etc., the calorie count, those things that you told about diet. Now, in India, typically, what do you see in the current, as a doctor, you're seeing so many patients, people visit you, you've seen patients across pan India. Now, when you interact with these patients, what are the kind of typical Indian diet? So, Indian vegetarian diet, what do you see? In the non-veg diet also, what are you seeing? What is your observance with respect to diet of people, and what should be the way that diet should be thought about with respect to weight loss? Because frankly, when the word diet comes, people see only die part of it, jo- in humor, लोगों को लगता है, they think that diet means, oh god, मैं तो गया, I'm going to die staying hungry, I won't be able to eat, I have to eat boiled, I have to eat tasteless food, I have to eat food that is going to make me crave for something tasty and yummy. And that is one of the reasons that people run away from the diet aspect of it. So this please enlighten us on this aspect.
So if you consider the Indian diet, so it is a lot of carbohydrate filled diet. It is. So when you're talking about weight loss, we need to balance it. Okay, so we have to reduce overall the calories. So when we are talking about diet, more importantly, many of my patients they ask what to eat, doctor, what to avoid, and all these things. More importantly, I personally feel that there are three things we need to address in terms of diet. One is how to eat. That is the first question we need to address. Second is when to eat. Okay, this is a more important. Then we need to come for what to eat, right? So always only we address what to eat, and जब भी कभी भी मन करे उस हिसाब से कैसे भी कहीं भी घूमते फिरते अगर हम उस जो व्हाट टू ईट भी मैंने बताया है
Hmm.
वो भी इस तरह से अगर लेंगे तो यू probably you may not get that much of result which we are expecting. So what I personally feel is always uh, see if you are going traditionally or if you understand food is again one of the very important factor which will help you to keep healthy. It is not only physically I am talking, mentally also. If you want to become a stress free life, then uh, take your food in time, take your food a proper way, then that whatever the food you are taking, that should be in a defined way in terms of weight loss. So that is more important. And uh, food is the thing. Always I tell, how to take the food is more important, because uh, in Marathi there is a shloka, udara bharana noe janije yajna karma. Means it has been explained by Samartha Ramadas, that it is not a job, it is not the tummy filling job. Okay, it requires a lot of attention, it requires a lot of concentration while you are having, and more importantly, that shraddha you should have. The same way how we are, when we worship the god, we
mm,
are completely concentrating on that particular thing. The same way, when you are having food, you should be completely in. You need to understand what you are eating, you need to understand the taste, you need to experience that taste,
mm,
you need to enjoy that food. So then and then only, in Canada there is a old ladies, means like ajji bolte na. So
right.
ajji used to say one thing, ಲಕ್ಷ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ರಕ್ತ ಆಗ್ತದ, this is what they used to tell.
Mhm,
मीन्स अगर आप ध्यान से खाना खाओगे तो ही खून बनेगा, मतलब वो अच्छा खून, मतलब यू विल बिकम हेल्दी। बेसिकली दे वांट टू टेल कि
mm,
whenever you have food, you should be completely concentrate on that what exactly you are eating। आज के दिन में क्या हो रहा है कि हम आईपीएल देख रहे हैं, हम कोई सीरियल देख रहे हैं, खाना खाते वक्त हम क्या खा रहे हैं हमें पता नहीं चल रहा है, कितना खा रहे हैं हमें पता नहीं चल रहा है, एंड ऑब्वियसली ओवर ईटिंग बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ इट। बिकॉज एक वेब सीरीज मैं देख रहा हूँ और वो वेब सीरीज खत्म होने तक मैं कुछ ना कुछ खा रहा हूँ। सो
mm,
दिस बिकम्स अ हैबिट। सो समवेयर we need to understand, taking food or putting something inside
mm,
is a proper way, और इसके लिए एक साइंस है, इसके लिए इसके इफेक्ट्स है, इसके लिए एक अच्छा और बुरा इफेक्ट होता है मेरे शरीर के ऊपर। दिस वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड अकॉर्डिंगली वी हैव टू प्लान आवर डाइट, एंड देन वी हैव टू टेक इट। सो आई पर्सनली फील कि whenever you take food, I'm just addressing how to take a food. Whenever you are taking a food, you should sit at one place. Okay, don't eat food while roaming around or taking plate in your hand and standing. See, there are some unavoidable conditions nowadays, things become so fast, so sometimes we have to take, but if you plan it properly, then definitely it is possible. Sit at one place, be calm, keep all your gadgets aside, and take your food, whatever, then it may be a tiffin which you have taken in the morning, and at lunch you are having it, even though at that time, uh, take that food, enjoy that food, concentrate what exactly you are eating, take, enjoy the taste. Each and every taste is very much important. In Ayurveda, there are six rasas. Rasas means taste. There are six type of taste they have explained: madhura, amla, lavana, katu, tikta, kashaya. All these six type of taste you need to experience while having food. And more importantly, it has been explained in darshanas that you should experience with your pancha jnanendriyas. Means when you see that food, that eyes should be satisfied. When you touch your food, that your touch skin, that indriya should be satisfied. When you taste it, your when you smell it, your घ्राणेंद्रिय should be satisfied. Taste करने के बाद your रसनेंद्रिय should be satisfied. So this satisfaction will give you that completeness of having food. And end of the day, I always feel कि enjoy your food. It may be less, it may be more, whatever it may be, sweet, it may be sour, it may be anything. Whatever you are having in your plate, you should enjoy and concentrate. When you're having food, each and every bite you should concentrate। एंड हमारे जो पूर्वज थे वो बोलते थे ना, बच्चों को हम आज बोलते हैं, हम नहीं करते पर हम बच्चों को बोल देते हैं कि 32 बार चबा के आपको खाना है। व्हाट इज दैट 32 बार? इट इज जस्ट अ सेइंग, बट 32 बार चबाने से यू you digest that food in a proper way. You help to get the thing digested properly. So majorly हमारे जो प्रथा है, हमारे जो शास्त्र बता के रखा है, वो सभी ऐसे जस्ट टेकन फॉर ग्रांटेड नहीं है. इसके पीछे एक साइंस है, एंड ईच एंड एवरीथिंग विल हेल्प यू. सो हाउ टू ईट अ फूड? फूड शुड बी टेकन एट वन प्लेस, बैठ के एक जगह पे शांति से बैठ के. अगर पॉसिबल है तो भगवान को स्मरण करने के बाद फूड लेना शुरू करिए. इट इज ऑलवेज बेटर. सो देन यू हैव इट. और मैं ऑलवेज बोलता हूँ, हर एक को बोलता हूँ, और प्लेट का चाहिए तो हम बाद में बता भी सकते हैं कि किस तरह से आपका प्लेट रहना चाहिए. पर कुछ भी हो जाए, अराउंड 20 मिनट से 25 मिनट तक हमें खाना खाना है. ओके, तो आप कम खा रहे हो फिर भी 25 मिनट तक हमें खाना है, देन ओनली हर एक बाइट के ऊपर मुझको वो जो फील है वो ले सकते हैं. सो दिस इज द वे. एंड अवॉइड गैजेट्स while you are having food. It may be TV, it may be anything. Because again, I always tell that ki whatever happening there, it is impacting on on your brain. It is impacting on your mind, and whatever the things. अभी देखो क्या है ना, whenever it comes in terms of emotion. Okay, that emotion विल बी अ पार्ट ऑफ आवर इमोशन. बिकॉज टीवी पे क्या चल रहा है हमें पता नहीं है. वो कुछ मारपीट चल रही है, या कुछ अलग चल रहा है, या एक्साइटमेंट, फुल ऑफ एक्साइटमेंट चल रहा है. पर उसका असर हमारे शरीर के ऊपर जब हम खाना खाते हैं उस वक्त होता है. क्योंकि our body responds to the emotions. Our body responds to any external aspects. जो एस्पेक्ट्स इमोशन को ट्रिगर करने वाले हैं उसको रिस्पॉन्ड करती है. अगर फिर अभी यहाँ मैं मेरे व्यूअर्स को भी बताऊं कि आप आंख बंद कर लो और आंखों के सामने आप इमली को ले आओ, और इमली ऐसे मस्त खट्टी मीठी इमली है, उसके ऊपर आपने नमक डाला है और आप उसको मुंह में रख रहे हो, ऐसा इमेजिन करो. तो आपके मुंह में अगर अभी पानी आया हुआ होगा, तो दैट इज द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ द थॉट. जो थॉट आप अननेसेसरीली बाहर के मीडिया से या बाहर के गैजेट से आप ले रहे हो वायर हैविंग फूड. जब फूड ले रहे हो तो आप शांति से, श्रद्धा से आपको फूड लेना है. दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू टेक फूड.
So, Dr. Prasad, very good points, especially about focusing while eating. So, it is called mindful eating, right, Dr. Prasad? So, mindful eating means being present when you're eating, so that you're savoring the flavor, the feel, the aroma, everything of the food, so that only when you do that, you get that satiation, satiety. You feel happy by eating your food. Fantastic points, Dr. Prasad. And we are all guilty of using our mobiles or watching TV while we are eating. The olden times, people used to sit on the table. They used to sit together and uh, talk to each other while eating. Food used to be, the dinner time used to be special dinner time. So that is something that we are missing right now. And I believe your point is absolutely perfect, that we need to bring back that, because that will not only um, help us enjoy our food better, it will also prevent overeating, it will prevent weight gain. If you have to have a weight loss also, it is going to help us relish the food that we are eating, so that we can get the best nutrition out of it. Fantastic points, Dr. Prasad. I really love those points. Now, my next question to you is, we talked about how, but what about when to eat? You also said that there is a proper timing to eat, and there should be something that we need to take into that account. So, what is your take on that?
See, there are so many concepts about when to take a food. There's a few people will take only once a day, twice a day. So that is how it depends, because objective differs. Okay, in what objective you are planning your food portions of particular day. So when we are talking about when to have a food in terms of weight loss, see in Kannada there is a saying called Vandhat Undavanu Yogi. ಎರಡೊತ್ತು ಉಂಡವನು ಭೋಗಿ, ಮೂರೊತ್ತು ಉಂಡವನು ರೋಗಿ, ನಾಲ್ಕೊತ್ತು ಉಂಡವನು ಹೊತ್ತುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ. Means I'll just explain this what exactly it means ಒಂದು ಹೊತ್ತು means a person one who eats only one time a day, he is yogi. Okay, so the person who eats twice a day, he is bhogi, means a typical जो normal people है वो. मूर होतुंडोनो जो 3 बार खाना खाता है वो रोगी, ऐसा मतलब उसको डिसीज आने ही वाले हैं, तो क्वांटिटी ऑफ फूड इज मोर. एंड नालखो तुंडन मतलब 4 बार जो खाना खाता है उसको लेके जाओ अभी, उधर द टाइम इज डन, टाइम इज एंड नाउ. सो इस तरह से वो बताया गया है, बट इट इज इन टर्म्स ऑफ टू गेट योर बॉडी completely healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually sometimes. So इसके लिए ना time is very much important. Or scientifically if you see, or as I said, about circadian cycle, considering that, definitely we need to respect, and accordingly we need to define our time. So let's come to the point of weight loss. Okay, with the objective of weight loss, when we start a diet, and more precisely a timing, the portion is very much important. What is portion? Portion is how many times I am having a food. Means uh, already we have defined a calorie. It may be around 800 to 1000, 1200 calorie food per day we are planning, and this calorie is been divided into 4 to 6 different portions. Okay, so then it may be a little bit carb, protein, then fiber, everything is mixed in this, and it is divided into 4 to 6 portions. Now which are those portions? So the moment you get up in the morning around 6:30, you when we wake up, so around 6:30, I always advise my patients to have amla juice. So gooseberry juice is very much effective. So as we all know that it's a anti-inflammatory, and that will reduce a vascular inflammation. So in a whole day whatever we have, so that will boost to improve our health, as well as it will help to reduce inflammation. So more importantly, the vascular inflammation, what I'm want to tell you here. See, this is one. Second thing, the moment after that I want the person who want to reduce the weight, he should go for a walk, or he should do some vigorous exercises. Again, that is one very much important part we need to add. After doing this, okay, so he should have a cup of green tea, or any cardiac tea, where he should not add sugar and milk into it. Okay, then it may be any type of lemon tea, or there are so many different things. Only we need to avoid any uh, any type of sugar.
Sugar.
So why I'm telling this, because only it's not a crystal sugar where I'm talking here. So some people will go for a jaggery. Okay, even that is not
Right.
also advisable here to reduce the weight in any form.
Mm.
We should not put carbs inside our body. Then in terms of glucose, or direct
Right.
carbs, or complex carbs, any type of carbs, we should not give it to our body.
Mm.
Then few people will take some sugar free tablets. Okay, that is also
Mm.
not advised here.
Mm.
So it will be a clear cut lemon tea or a green tea. So they should have around 100
Mm.
120 ml they can have here. Okay, so after that, if you are having time, then go for pranayama, some yoga asanas and all. After that, 8:30 you should have a breakfast. So now in this breakfast, again I always prefer it should be protein rich breakfast, protein and fiber rich breakfast. So then there are a lot of options we can discuss about it, because a lot of things we can add. More preferably here, I advise my patients to go with the salad. Okay, then it is green gram. It is soaked overnight, and early morning they can have little bit chaat masala and little bit salt in it, and they can have it. adding one fruit with it, any then it may be apple, then it may be a pomegranate, or any these type of fruits where which the glycemic index should be less. Okay, so these fruits we need to add, and accordingly you should have a breakfast. Again, it should be a light. Then
mhm,
it is expected that around 11:30 you should have a bowl of a soup, and then around 1:30 you
mhm,
should 1:30 to 2 o'clock you should have your lunch.
mhm,
Okay, so now in your lunch, that again it should be high protein, high fiber diet. So less carb, very minimal carbs you can add in your food. What exactly we will discuss later. Around 4:30 you should have again a soup or some vegetable juice. Then it may be a carrot juice, or it may be some cucumber juice. Any vegetable juice you can add, or you can have, or else you can have some smoothies you can take at this time. Around 8 o'clock you should have your dinner. So if you follow this portion control, there are almost 6 to 7 portions we have done from morning 6 to night 8 o'clock. So if you follow this, so this will help. So why this type of things we need to follow? The thing is, we can reduce the insulin resistance. See, we can balance our insulin secretion, and the spikes whatever comes in longer fasting time, so that we can reduce that insulin spikes. So that is always important. So the moment we manage to deal with it, so definitely we can reduce the insulin resistance, we can reduce the leptin resistance through the portion control diet. So this is very much important. So when to take food, the timings are very much important. Then this whatever I have explained, it is keeping an objective in our mind is weight loss. And the whole thing, whatever we have defined the time, is it should cover only around 1,000 calories.
okay,
Okay, so this is very much important when we are talking about when to take a food. We discussed how to take a food. We discussed when to take a food. Now we can have a discussion on what exactly, because so many people come to me and they ask always the first question whenever we start the treatment. The first question, diet क्या करना है डॉक्टर, डाइट कितना करना पड़ेगा, क्या क्या खाना है क्या नहीं खाना है. So this is the basic thing what they ask. So what exactly to have means, there are conceptual thing I would like to tell here.
mhm,
One most important thing is, if you are planning to reduce a weight, you should avoid direct carbohydrate food. That is what exactly it means. You should avoid rice,
mhm,
you should avoid so any grain based, you should avoid wheat. Means uh, हमारे पूरे लंच और डिनर में राइस नहीं रहना चाहिए.
mhm,
चपाती या रोटी, जो हम बोलते हैं फुल्का, ये जो चीजें हैं,
mhm,
ये नहीं रहना चाहिए जो गेहूं की बनती है, व्हीट. ओके, इसके साथ डायरेक्ट मीठा. ओके,
mhm,
डायरेक्ट स्वीट जो हम लेते हैं, जो अलग अलग, ये इसमें भी है गुलाब जामुन और जलेबी और दैट इज व्हाट आर डायरेक्ट स्वीट्स जो है,
mhm,
और डिजर्ट में जो हम यूजुअली प्रिफर करते हैं, वो नहीं यहाँ लेना. एंड सो दीज थ्री थिंग्स वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट इन योर डे टू डे फूड. प्लस with this, if you are able to avoid maida items, that is always better than to very precisely I want to tell you here, the bakery items, all bakery items. Then it may
mhm,
be a sweet, then it may be a maida baked foods. All bakery items you should avoid. Okay,
mhm,
so then once we come to this, then if you are planning to reduce the weight, you should avoid milk and milk products.
mhm,
Okay, so if you are non-diabetic, if you are non-hypertensive, and you are reducing a weight, then in your meal you can add some part of a paneer, okay, as a part of a protein. But if you are a diabetic and if you are hypertensive, then you should avoid all milk and milk products, including paneer.
Hmm.
Okay, so these things are very much important. So what to avoid? अभी खाना क्या है? What to have in your food is, best thing is the millets. Okay, there are few millets. Other with that, moong dal. I always tell moong dal is a amrut when you want to become a healthy
Hmm.
physic, healthy vessels, healthy systems अगर आपको रखना है, तो आपके डाइट में मूंग, अक्खा मूंग जो होता है, द ग्रीन ग्राम,
Hmm.
okay, and moong dal, both are very much important and plays very vital role.
Hmm.
Okay, so other than that, kulit is there, other grams are there. ओके, सो कुलिथ, इवन जो हम मटकी बोलते हैं, मटकी है,
Hmm.
तो ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट. जितने हम पल्सेस ऐड करें, दाल जो है, दाल अलग अलग जो दाल के कैटेगरीज है, उसको हम अगर हमारे फूड में ऐड करें, तो दैट ऑलवेज विल हेल्प यू. दैट इज अ सप्लीमेंट ऑफ योर प्रोटीन.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is how we need to define our diet. So what to eat and what not to eat. So these are the highlight things which I want to tell you here. More importantly, few people will ask about the oil, right? So before you ask, I myself only am telling here. So oil always, कौन सा oil use करना चाहिए, ये बहुत common सवाल मुझसे पेशेंट पूछते हैं. तो मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली आई ऑलवेज टेल माय पेशेंट्स, कौन सा ऑयल, दिस इज अ सेकेंडरी क्वेश्चन, बट मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली कितना ऑयल. Okay, so if you are able to manage or control the quantity of oil in your day, day to day use, so that is more important than which oil. Then whichever oil you are using, that comes secondary. So first of all, if individual person should use 10 to 20 ml per day, this should be the calculation. ओके, सो 10 to 20 ml पर डे मीन्स एक फैमिली में चार लोग है, अगर हम कंसिडर करके चलेंगे तो 40 to 80 ml कंसिडर, चलो हम 80 ml पकड़ के चलेंगे, तो 80 ml पर डे, सो 30 days मंथ, तो अप्रोक्सीमेटली कितना हो गया कि 80 ml मतलब 30 days, सो इट इज 2400. सो 2000 मतलब अप्रोक्सीमेटली 2 किलो, 2 लीटर तेल, 2 किलो तेल हम एक महीने में यूज करना चाहिए. बट ये यूजुअली होता नहीं है, बिकॉज हमारे घर में 5 लीटर का डब्बा आता है और उस डब्बे को एंड ऑफ द मंथ हमें खत्म करना रहता है, बिकॉज नेक्स्ट मंथ में दूसरा डब्बा लेके आना है.
Hmm.
तो इस सर्कुलेशन में हम बहुत गड़बड़ कर जाते हैं और बहुत क्वांटिटी ऑफ ऑयल हम यूज करते हैं. तो ये अगर व्यूअर्स, इफ यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस, बिकॉज 20 ml per person per day is the calculation, and accordingly if you plan your using the quantity of oil, that is always better. uh, if you ask about घी, yes, एक चम्मच घी गाय का, अच्छे देसी गाय गाय का अगर घी आप खा सकते हो, तो डेफिनेटली आई प्रिफर, इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ द डिसीज. ओके, बहुत से मिथ्स है जो बोले जाते हैं कि घी से ये होता है, वो होता है. डेफिनेटली अभी एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है कि अच्छा घी मिलना या अच्छा घी ढूंढना. बट स्टिल इफ यू आर एबल टू डू दैट, सो ऑलवेज इट विल हेल्प यू. इंटरनल नरिशमेंट जो हमारे वेजल्स की होनी चाहिए, हमारे सिस्टम्स की, हमारे ऑर्गन्स की जो इंटरनल नरिशमेंट जो होनी चाहिए, अदर देन दैट घी का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट जो क्वालिटी इज, इट विल एनहांस योर डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम, इट विल हेल्प इन योर डाइजेशन. सो एक बार आपका डाइजेशन ठीक हो गया, तो यू कैन प्रिवेंट लॉट ऑफ डिसीजेस. यू
Hmm.
गट हेल्थ ठीक हो गया, तो यू कैन प्रिवेंट लॉट ऑफ डिसीजेस. आप बहुत से डिसीजेस को ट्रीट भी कर सकते हैं. सो घी आई ऑलवेज प्रिफर. यूजुअली क्या होता है, आइदर बिल्कुल नहीं लेते हैं या लेते हैं तो बहुत क्वांटिटी में लेते हैं. तो हम एक रूटीन अगर डालेंगे तो 1 चम्मच घी आप किसी ही मोड में आप अ, ले सकते हो, दाल में मिक्स करके ले सकते हो, डायरेक्ट ले सकते हो, आप एनी एनी वे यू कैन फाइंड इट आउट. सो दिस इज हाउ व्हाट टू हैव फूड. इसमें बहुत सी चीजें हैं. यू शुड ऐड डेफिनेटली 2 to 3 फ्रूट्स इन अ डे, कंपल्सरी. आपको ये ऐड करना ही है आपके डाइट में. जैसे मैंने अभी टाइमिंग्स बोला, वो टाइमिंग के साथ आपको उस इंडिविजुअल टाइमिंग्स में आपको आपके लंच के साथ एक फ्रूट या डिनर के साथ एक फ्रूट आपको ऐड करना है, या थोड़ी देर के बाद. मतलब अभी आप 8 बजे आपने डिनर ले लिया शाम को, तो यस, यू शुड अराउंड बिफोर यू गो टू स्लीप हाफ एन आवर बिफोर 10-10:30 को आप सोने जा रहे हो, तो 10 बजे, 9:30 10 बजे तक एक एप्पल आप खा सकते हो. सो इस तरह से आप अगर अपना फूड प्लानिंग करेंगे, या कितना लेना है, कब लेना है, और किस तरीके से लेना है, इफ यू प्लान दिस, then always it will help you to reduce your weight, manage your weight, and that will indeed end, it will help you to give you a complete health.
Okay, so fantastic insights about diet, and Dr. Prasad. That I realized from our discussions that we should have more separate sessions all about holistic diet also, because there are a lot of points that you have mentioned, and these points are very important. These points are important for our viewers to know more in depth. So, importance of type of diet, importance of when to eat, what to eat. That those are very key questions before we move to the next aspect of weight loss.
Because
uh,
what happens, Aman, what happens, this is how just we are discussing about weight loss here. So there are so many different aspects are there. Even we can discuss about how much water intake we should have. So it depends on the disease wise, the health condition wise, the intake of water differs. Okay, so definitely as per the condition, as per the disease, and as per the objective, for what purpose we are planning for a diet, or what purpose we are going further in terms of diet. So that definitely helps you, and differs. It differs condition by condition.
right, right. Oh, so perfectly well said, Dr. Prasad. And when we are talking about, there are a few questions that I have with respect to diet that you had mentioned. One, you had mentioned about the leptin ghrelin, balance. So, if you could let our viewers understand this in a very simple manner, what is this leptin ghrelin balance and how is it important for?
इधर मैंने मुझको भी पता नहीं है,
मैंने
तो
बोला था वो ग्रेलिन के बारे में, ठीक है.
लिखना पड़ेगा.
ठीक है, चलो उसको हम लोग ये कट करते हैं फिर. तो सो डॉक्टर प्रसाद, ग्रेट पॉइंट्स अगेन. नाउ माय क्वेश्चन टू यू विद रिस्पेक्ट टू the diet that you have mentioned quite a important type of points. Now, before we move to the other section, any important one or two tips, quick tips that people can do in their diet, they can start changing now for those who don't have those who are not overweight and those who want to lose weight. Some small tips that people can start doing very easily with respect to their diet.
I think most important. See, if you are not diabetic, then definitely in the morning, whenever the moment you get up, and you should take a glass of warm water or a hot water, adding a spoon of honey in it. Okay, so that will help you to reduce weight. Again, there are so many different type of studies on honey, because honey will, as per the Ayurveda, madhu is having a quality of a karshana. Karshana means a scraping. Okay,
Mhm.
so the honey will help you to reduce your fat of your body. So the moment you get up in the morning, hot water, one glass of water, warm water, adding 1 spoon of uh, honey in it. Okay, so if you are diabetic, then as I already said, uh, you should take a amla juice and 1 glass of hot water. So this will help you to reduce weight. By default, it will reduce uh, your fat as well as overall your weight. Okay.
Fantastic points, Dr. Prasad. Now, Dr. Prasad, there are two parts you said. One is the calories coming in, and the other part that you said is the calories going out of body that you spend across. Now, in the aspect of weight loss, the other aspect, one is gaining the calories. We talked about it. I mean, you reducing the calories, using the right type of diet, etc., etc. What about calories burning? How about the physical activities, the what kind of physical activities should be done? Because a lot of people say that walking is good for weight loss. Yes, of course, I agree, walking is good, but is walking only sufficient, or what should be done? And another thing that people think about when you talk about weight loss is, I have to go to gym, I have to spend that much money, I have to spend that much time, and then there'll be some gym trainer, there'll be a lot of machines, and also people get scared out of that. So can you guide us on that aspect also?
Definitely, definitely. See, first of all, I'll tell you one thing that whenever patient comes and I advise them for a daily exercise, तो their reaction itself is, डॉक्टर मैं हर दिन एक्सरसाइज करता हूँ. तो आई आस्क देम व्हाट एग्जैक्टली यू डू इट. तो मैं सब्जी लेके आता हूँ, मैं हमारा घर तो सेकंड फ्लोर पे है, मैं ऊपर नीचे तो करता रहता हूँ, तो इतना कुछ एक्सरसाइज हो जाता है मेरा. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वांट टू टेल you as well as a viewers here कि exercise is a planned thing. It's a planned activity. Okay, and again, as we are more conscious about diet here, timing of the diet, same way, timing of the exercise is also very much important. So, in this, if there are again, as you said, muscle training is there, cardio training is there. There are so many different type of exercises are there. But more importantly, musculoskeletal, which is uh, resistant exercise what we call, and endurance based exercises. So endurance is where you are helping your heart to give strength to it, and which will prepared for all the stress, physical stress. So
Correct.
today, the physical stress, your heart is you're training your heart basically when you do endurance exercise. So then you're in this. You're walking, you're jogging, your swimming comes. Even few sports you can try it out. It may be a badminton or a lawn tennis. These all are like this will help you. But more importantly, when you are uh, planning for a weight loss, your cardio, definitely you should work on endurance based exercises, but parallelly you should work on your musculoskeletal system, means you should work on your muscles. Okay, तो बहुत सिंपल सी चीज है. अगर मैं व्यूवर्स को ये बहुत आसान करके बताना चाहता हूँ कि जब आप कैलोरी कम दे के आपका फैट घटा रहे हो, तो उस फैट के जगह को एक्वायर करने के लिए आपके मसल्स को थोड़ा सा टोन अप करना पड़ेगा. तो नहीं तो क्या होगा, आपके मसल्स ऐसे मतलब ऐसे फ्लैबी हो जाएंगे. तो उस तरह से नहीं करना है. हमारे स्किन या हमारे मसल्स ये झूलते हुए जो बोलते हैं ना, इस तरह से नहीं होना चाहिए. तो इवन शोल्डर हो गया, हमारे आर्म्स हो गए, ये सभी टोन्ड अप चाहिए. इसका फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी जो है वो अच्छा होना चाहिए. तो फॉर दैट यस, डेफिनेटली मसल एक्सरसाइजेस हमें करना ही पड़ेगा. It's not necessary every time muscle exercises means you should go to gym and do it. There are very small and very nice exercises are there which you can uh, do it at your home itself.
Hmm.
Even 1 liter bottle you take and work out, that is also going to help you. ओके, तो इफ एंड्योरेंस आपको करना है, एंड्योरेंस में क्या क्या करना है, जस्ट आई विल टेल यू कि इतना तो कंपलसरी करना है आपको. तो मिनिमम 45 मिनट्स आपको वॉक करना है. अब ये कब करना है, कंपलसरी सुबह के वक्त करना है. तो द मोमेंट यू टेक दैट आंवला जूस, या जो नॉन डायबिटिक है जिनको मैंने हनी लेने के लिए बोला, तो जैसे ही आप सुबह 6 बजे उठ के आंवला जूस या हनी लेते हो, तो उसके बाद तुरंत आपको वॉक पे निकलना है. 30 to 45 मिनट्स 3 to 4 किलोमीटर आपको वॉक करना है। अब ये जनरलाइज्ड मैं बोल रहा हूँ, पर द पीपल हु आर सफरिंग फ्रॉम सम हार्ट डिसीज, पीपल हु आर सफरिंग फ्रॉम सम हाइपरटेंशन, you should definitely meet your doctor, discuss, and then you decide your course of exercise. Okay, तो यहाँ 30 to 45 minutes या 2.5 3 to 4 kilometers you should walk. It should be a brisk walk again. So होने के बाद you should sweat out properly. Then after that, अगर आपको मसल एक्सरसाइजेस नहीं पॉसिबल हो रहा है या पता नहीं है या कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, तो एटलीस्ट 10 सूर्य नमस्कारा इफ यू आर एबल टू डू इट, so that will help you to tone your overall body muscles. Major muscles of your body will be toned with the help of surya namaskara. So if you want to know how to do surya namaskara, there is one video is there on my YouTube channel. You can go and visit it. Okay, so this is how we need to understand what type of exercise. After that, see, one is endurance, second is muscle fitness, yeah, toning of your muscles. Then comes the फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी. ओके, जैसे मैंने बोला कि फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है, यहाँ थोड़े बहुत आसन आज हमें करने पड़ेंगे, जो फ्रंट बेंडिंग हो गए, बैक बेंडिंग हो गए, मेरे थाई मसल्स को थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेच करना है, इस तरह के अगर आसनास, और मोर इम्पोर्टेंट, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट यहाँ है कि मेरे कोर के ऊपर काम हो जाए. सो द इफ आई स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन माय कोर, एब्डोमिनल बेली फैट अगर मैं कम करूं, तो डेफिनेटली वेट लॉस बहुत फास्ट होता है. For that, crunches are there. There are different type of abdominal core exercises are there, which we need to search and we need to work it. ओके, अगर आपको चाहिए तो इसका एक अलग से वीडियो बना के वी विल हेल्प यू आउट टू डू इट. बट डेफिनेटली कोर एक्सरसाइज इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट. देन वी कम टू some pranayama. See, it is not only physically being fit, we need to be mentally being fit, and even internal our organ should also be fit. So for that, pranayama is again important. In weight loss, Kapalabhati is very much important, and Brasrika is again one of the important. If you are not suffering with heart disease, definitely go with Kapalabhati. Definitely go with Bhastrika Pranayama. Okay, so this is very much important, and this will help you out. Means daily walk is important. With that, if you are able to do jogging, very good. Then 10 Surya Namaskaras it is required, or else if you are able to do some muscle workouts, that is also good. Stretching exercises always advisable. Then you go for some asanas, yoga asanas, different front bending asanas and all, where core is used. Okay, so then go for a pranayama. So all these this is called a complete exercise package. If you do it, so spare around 45 minutes to 1 hour for your exercise, and if you are able to do it, so definitely it will help you to reduce weight. Okay, so it is not only managing with the diet, we need to work on our calorie burning also. So we are managing our weight with uh, calorie management, calorie intake, and with burning of the calorie, extra calories. So both the way, if you start working on it, so that will help you to reduce the weight. So more importantly, as in holistic health, whenever we talk, it is always three things: ahara, vihara, and vichara. So in this particular segment, we have added two more things, where nidra, as well as nowadays this is very much important, that digital hygiene. So it is again one important aspect we are going to cover in terms how this will help in reducing weight, and what exactly our approach should be in terms of which are means how our stress management we need to do, how the sleep management we have to plan, and definitely digitally how we are exposed digitally today in all the aspects. But yes, how intelligently we have to utilize our electronic gadgets, all the things, and how it will affecting our health, and how we have to uh, create a good health being in between them, but still we have to get a great health, or else more precisely how we can reduce our weight.
Fantastic, fantastic, Dr. Prasad. Fantastic discussion today. Starting from when to eat, how to eat, what to eat, what things you can do, the kind of physical activities, the myth busting around physical activities that you have done. Really enlightening, Dr. Prasad. I'm sure our viewers also have got very good points over here. Now, the two very important points that you have mentioned, which we will cover in detail, and I'm sure our viewers will be waiting to listen to that episode also, the next episode. In the next episode, we'll cover more in detail about the mental health aspect of it, how mental health and stress management is important for weight loss, how to have a better sleep and sleep hygiene, and the digital hygiene or the digital, how you can reduce the ill effects of digital hygiene, and how does it actually impact your weight gain and your weight loss journey. So we'll discuss more about these in details. So thank you, Dr. Prasad. Now, friends, you can reach out to us in the comments, whatever questions you have, whichever platforms you are on, whether you are YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, you are on Amazon Audible, you are on any of the world's podcast sites. Please drop in a comment to us, and we'll answer your questions. We'll get back to you with the live discussion in the next episode. We'll be answering all your questions that you ask over here. So make sure to connect with us, like, share, subscribe, and follow whichever platform you are on for more such discussions. And before we end, thank you, Dr. Prasad. Dr. Prasad, as always, I always ask in the podcast, one tip that you want to give to people that they can start today itself for their journey of weight loss?
So from today itself, if you are able to start, get up in the morning with empty stomach, start walking. That is the best thing you can do. And two things you can achieve from this. You are getting up early in the morning, and yes, the moment you start walking, that will always help to reduce your weight.
Fantastic, my dear friends. Start walking, start lifting some weights. थोड़ा बहुत वजन उठाइए, as Dr. Prasad said, do some weight, do some resistance, not just cardio, do your endurance training also, take care of your health. Weight loss is definitely possible. It is not a painful journey, it is a journey that can be done very easily if you follow the right methods and if you follow the right principles. Thank you very much, Dr. Prasad. With this, my dear friends, this is Dr. Aman Kapoor signing over and out. Looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Till the next time, bye bye. See you. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.